Okay, let's learn about Scratch then. Okay, so what we are going to do first, we are going to go to and click on create button here. So this will load our create project. So what we are going to do in today's class, we are basically going to animate our name. Okay, so let's do that. So first what we have to do, we have to just rename our project. Here at the top at this position you can rename your project. So let's name it as animate your name, animate your name, and then we can just click here, and that's our name here. Next, what we want to do, we want to animate our name, so we can have some warm up. So you guys can tell me like how you're feeling, and how was your day and everything, so we can like start our class. So today we are going to learn about how we can animate our name using Scratch. Sounds fun. I think so. Before, let's try to understand what is a computer program. So have you heard about a computer program and what it does? Yes or no? So what's a computer program? Computer program or code is a step-by-step instruction that humans write to teach computer to do stuff. The computer reads the instruction written by the human and follows them step by step until the program is finished. See, computers are extremely powerful machine, but they don't know how to do anything on their own, right? So that is why they need humans like us to teach them how to do stuff. The languages we normally talk, English, French, Spanish, etc., are meant for humans. They are not meant to give precise instructions to robot or computers. So computers need a language which is more precise, means to the point. So we have different languages which computers understand, and these languages are designed to give precise instructions. How does it work? Well, first we start with an idea for what we want our computers to do. Next, we need to think about how to turn that idea into a step-by-step instructions. Finally, we need a way to give those instructions to the computer. For example, let's take an example of drinking water sequence. So 3 points to remember while writing a computer program or code is: instructions are written one step at a time, top to bottom, left to right. Only one thing happens in each step. If you change the order of the steps, the whole result will change. Use the drinking water from water bottle example here. See, teacher training. So suppose, like suppose if you want to, mm what we can say. Suppose you want to understand that. What's sequence and what are random numbers. So suppose in your school if there's a assembly, so kids stand from the smallest in the beginning to the largest in the end. Tallest students stand at the end. So that's a sequence. But if things are in random, like 2 8 1, so it's not an order. So if you don't write our code, if we don't write our code carefully, we have to, like, it will give wrong results. So we need that each step is in proper place and our computer will get confused otherwise. So this is called sequence, the correct order that code is written in. What is utility of code or computer program? We know that code is just a way for humans to write instructions for a computer so that it can perform tasks. But what kind of tasks can computer be taught to? Do you like watching cartoons? Animations are the cartoons you see, which is made up of thousands of still pictures that are played one after another to make it look like the still image are actually a fluid video. This is very difficult process, so professional animators use code to simplify their jobs. Have you ever checked weather on your phone or taken a photo with your camera or ordered something online? These are all examples of apps, computer programs that is designed to solve problems. Computer or video games. Have you played a computer or video game before? Code is the single most important piece of any computer or video game ever made. You will learn how to make a bunch of incredible games that you can play with your friends and family. And what is a code editor? Code editor is a place to write and edit the code. The layout takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you know your way around, you will enjoy coding in Scratch. Okay, so let's start with Scratch. So let's see our Scratch. In Scratch we have our code palette. So here you can see, on the this side you have your code palette here, right? So you have your code palette where what you can do, all the code in the Scratch are organized by their purpose in the block palette. Just click on the color dots to see different code blocks. And what are code blocks? These are the instructions you will use to create a project. To use a code block, simply grab it with your finger or mouse and drag it into the editor. What is editor? This is where you will arrange step by step code block. Scratch stage. On the right hand side you see the Scratch stage. This is where all of your action in your project will take place. Think about the stage like a screen on a handheld video console game. Backdrop, at the bottom right corner you see the backdrop. These are basically just decorations. Think of backdrop like the wallpaper on your computer desktop or tablet home screen. Sprite, you see that cat? That cat is called sprite. Sprite are the actors in your play. They're objects that can be coded to basically anything. Green flag, stop sign, like just above the sprite you will see a green flag, stop and start sign. Okay, so here, just let me show with your here you see this is start button, this is stop button, this is your sprite, this is your stage. Here is your backdrops, you can choose a backdrop. Here user sprite, where you can choose a sprite. Okay, here you have your code palettes, here you can drag and drop these code blocks. Okay, so here after that we can learn about how we can let's start with a basic program. We can move our sprite also. Suppose if you have this sprite, you can just uh, move it also. So let's animate our name. We can choose our backdrop, so we can click on the backdrop button in the bottom right corner to add a backdrop. Okay, then we can add our letters. Then we will go to sprite buttons to the bottom right corner and filter the sprite based on letters. Okay, after that what we are going to do, we are going to change the size of this sprite. So we have to go to the events block, drag and drop when flag clicked. We have to go to looks block and drag and drop the change size by. So let's first go to our sprite lab. Okay, and we can go here. Here you see your backdrops. In the backdrops we can choose a backdrop. We can choose anything, like let's see. So let's choose this. I'm going to delete this sprite. I can click on this delete button. Now you have your sprite. You can choose your sprite. So I can click on letters. I can drag my letter. I can click on block n. Then I can choose another sprite. I can click on sprite. I can click on choose a sprite. I can click on letters, and I can choose I. Okay, then again I can choose another sprite. I can click on the letters and I will do the same process again. I will choose D. So I can move the sprite here also. I can just place it like this, and I D. I can click on my sprite. I can choose another sprite also. I can go to letters. I can choose H. I can choose I. Okay, so in this way we can have our sprites there. I Okay, so you can see here we have these sprites. These sprites are basically characters. Okay, so now you can like individual, you can click on individual sprites and we can code them separately also. Suppose you can click on block N, block I, block D, and like you can just operate them separately also. Okay, so we are after that what we have to do, we have changed the backdrop, so we can change the size of the sprite also, like see, change the size of the alphabets. We can go to the events block, drag and drop when the flag is clicked. Then we can go to looks block and drag and drop, change size by. We can increase the size by any number. Then we can go to control block to drag and drop repeat block and embed the change size code in the repeat block. We have to keep the number of repeats as 5. Okay, and then we can decrease the size. So let's do that. So what we can do, let's go back to our control. In the sorry, before control we can go to events, and in the events, when flag is clicked, we can go to control. We can just apply repeat, and then what we can do, we can go to looks. In the looks, you can find a change size by. Okay, and then what you can do, we can after that we can wait for some time. So let's wait. We can wait also. So in the control we may find the wait block. We can apply the wait block. Okay, so after that what we can do, we can just duplicate it also. Like we can do what, like we can just click here, and when you control CV, you can duplicate, you can right click, or you can duplicate. These are the different ways. So you can attach it, then you can set it to -10 here. Okay, so you can set it to -10. So now you see what is happening. Like I did this thing to I, right? So this is happening. So we can apply sound effects to the sprite also. So we can click on the sounds tab, which is on the top left corner. We can hover on the speaker on the top button, choose a sound. We can click on the various stops which are present, and filter according to our requirements. If we move our mouse over that, we can hear the sound and click on the sound we like to add it to our sounds tab. Now we can use the code. So we can go to the sounds tab. So here you can see sounds at the top right, sorry, left corner. You see this choose a sound. You can click here, and let's choose this bass sound. Okay, then now it's selected. Okay, so now we can go back to our code part. We can go to sound, and we can attach this play a sound, or we can use start sound block, any of the blocks you want. So again we will when flag clicked, we can select start sound, a bass. Okay, so so we can just click here. We can go to our control, and sorry, we can go to events, and in the events you will find this flag, and we can attach it. So when flag will be clicked, it will play that sound. Okay, so after that what we have to do, we have we can make the sprite spin also. So we can go to the events block, then drag and drop when the sprite is clicked to the editor. Okay, so when after that what we have to do, like you see that flag option, we can apply that. We can go to motion block and drag and drop turn 15 degrees, then we can bring the sprite back to its original position. So what we can do, let's go there. We can go to the events block. Here we can drag this when event is clicked. After that what we can do, we can after clicking on this, we can go to our repeat part. We can go to control, and we can repeat it. And what we are going to do after this, after repeating, we can go to looks. In the looks, we can do some changes also, or we can skip look. We can go to motion, actually turn 15 degrees. So here motion, you have turn to 15 degrees. We can attach this block here. Okay, so after that we can bring it back to the original position. We can point in direction 90, so it will just bring it back to its original position. Okay, this block. After that what we have to do, we can apply multiple stamps on a sprite also. We can go to the extension button. We can select pen extension. The pen extension gets added to our block palette. Okay, add the stamps block inside a repeat block motion to make stamps move to different position. Add change color effect from the looks block to create stamps of different colors, and we can run the code. We can repeat the steps also. Okay, so let's do that part. Let's first run it to the point we have done. We can click here. You see it flipped, and it played a sound. It changed the size also. So this is what is happening in the code. So we can go to next this tab, and you have in the extension you can choose a pen extension, or you have these extension, you can apply the stamp also. Okay, so what we can do, pen extension gets added to our block palette. So when we can click on add extension button, we can select the pen extension button. We did that. Second was that pen extension, after getting added to our block palette, we like we can add the stamp block inside a repeat block and add glide to the random position from the motion block to make the stamps move to different position. We can add change color effect from the looks block to create different stamps of different color. We can run the code and the screen will get filled with stamps of fourth letter. We can drag and drop erase all block to remove all the stamps created also. So let's go to this. We can, let me just place it like this. We can go to stamp block. Here you have stamp block. Okay, and then we can go to the looks block. In the looks block, we can change something. What we can change, we can change color actually, change color effect by 25. After doing that, what we can do, we can glide it also. So we can go to motion and we may find a glide block. So we can go scroll down and we may find a glide block. mm, so we can glide it also. Okay, after that what we can do, we can repeat it. So we can apply a loop also. So we can go to control, and in the control we have repeat 10 times. We can repeat it a total of 10 times. After that we can delete the stamp also. We can go to pen, and in the pen we can find that erase all also. Here you have this erase all button, so you can attach this also. So now what we want to do, we want to run it. So let's play this. So we can apply, actually what we have done here, we have to go to events, and we have to attach when flag is clicked. So let me stop it and run it again. Now you see it got deleted for a total of 10 times. Okay, so next what we have to do, we have done till here. Next what we have to do, we added the extension. We choose the pen tool. After choosing the pen tool, we applied the flag, we erased everything. We can make scratch say something in any language you like. So we can click on add extension button. We can select text to speech. We can select human character from the sprite. Okay, and what after that, we can drag and drop the code block. Set language to, we can choose a language from the drop down. We can drag and drop code block. Set voice to, we can choose a voice from the drop down, and we can add speak block to the type and message and language you have selected. So we can go to the sprite lab. We can select the text to speech part. Okay, so here you may find extensions on the left bottom side, and we can click on the text to speech. So let me scroll down and you see this text to speech. We will click on this. So now this got added in our code palette. Okay, so now what I can do, we can go to events block. In the events block I can find my flag. Okay, so when I drag this flag here, what I can do next, we can apply our text to speech block. We can set our language, we can set our voice. Okay, so we can go to this let me scroll down. Pen, is there no pen? Okay, I'm sorry, I can go back. Here is my text to speech. Let me scroll down. So we can apply my speak block. We can set my language to, okay, and we can apply set voice to this. I have applied this, so I can set, I have set language to, we can speak hello, speak voice to hello. Okay, So we have done this. Okay, so when flag is clicked, this will work. You can speak something else also if you want. So suppose if you want to see I love scratch, so if you want to say that, scratch, I've spelled wrong, SCRATCH, right? Okay, now we have applied this voice option also by applying text to speech. Okay, so next what we want, we have applied speak block to. So now what you have to do, uh, like you have to animate other four letters of your name, and so this is your homework. So this looks like a lot for one class, and I am looking forward to teach you next class. Meanwhile, you can experiment with different names, and remember, in programming language you can experiment and earn a lot and learn a lot of stuff. And your homework is to animate the name of your favorite superhero or cartoon character. Okay. Okay, so we are done for today's class. So let me just go to this panel and play it.
I love Scratch.
Okay, so now in this way it works. So then we can end the today's session. We can save it again. I can click on file, and in the file we have save now option. So now it is getting saved, the project is saved, so we'll proceed in next class. Okay, so bye everyone, have a good day.